This week on From Mill to Still, we get into the finishes. Things really start to come together, so stay tuned. This is a really cool week for us because we've been trying to get the historic windows put back into this building, and our last crew bailed on us, and everybody else in the universe, there's just not a lot of people that do historic windows anymore, right? So I got somehow convinced Arturo to do it. And our first thing that we did was we took all the functioning windows in the building and we took them out, and then we collected all the ones that were like good enough to fix without being a skilled window carpenter, and we put them back in the hole. And I say without being a skill, like it took a lot of skill to do this, but we assembled enough sashes together to put all the windows back on the 3rd floor. And it's just absolutely gorgeous up here. So we've cleaned it out and we've put these windows back in, and it's finished. What you're looking at is the finished wall color. We've got RJT Services in here painting the ceilings with a clear coat, and they are gonna seal the brick, and then we walk away from the 3rd floor. I say walk away, we still have to run plumbing, HVAC, and electrical up here, and then drywall, tile, and like a million other things. But like the finishes are going back in and the place is starting to look finished. So finished. It's all looking great, and I don't know, I guess as of right now when this video comes out, we're accepting reservations. If you would like to rent this space to host a party or event or something like that, we're gonna go ahead and start booking. So check the link in the description for our website, and if you're interested in renting this place, reach out to us. So that happened this week. So I thought I was done talking about this room, but I'm not done. I want to discuss with you real quick all the things that we can use this space for, because it's super cool. For one, private event space, right? So if you had a rehearsal dinner or a quinceañera or a office party or something like that, this is the perfect cozy space for you. We can put a bar over in the corner or something like that. We can put projectors up. It's like being in a treehouse overlooking Dutchman's Creek and just seeing all this stuff from up here. It's an awesome space for private events. When we're doing festivals or the bar's open, this would be bar overflow space. So people could come up here and have a little bit more of a cozy feel. I say cozy feel, it's 2,200 square feet up here. So it's not like it's a tiny space. So you could do bar overflow here. I also plan on, I don't know if you guys are really familiar with our YouTube channel, but we do our Mixology Mondays. And we also used to do cocktail classes. So if you can picture a bartender hosting a cocktail class from a bar right here, as we film it live on this channel, we'll have booths set up and we'll do the cocktail class as we do the Mixology Monday, combining the two together, having like a live, you've seen it before, like a live cooking show. That's what I really envision this place for. That'll be a really immersive experience that you can come out. And we'll also do cocktail dinners, so private dinners up here where we pair the drinks and cocktails we're making with the food you're eating. So the sky is the limit up here. It's gonna be really cool. So stay in touch as we start doing those things out here and doing that stuff on the channel. Super cool this week, Raphael, my neighbor, has a full-fledged like man cave workshop across the street. And I've been struggling with these windows, and he's been watching me and laughing about it. But I finally was able to convince him somehow, maybe he's a nice guy, to help us with the historic trims out here. You can't just go to the store and buy this trim, right? It just doesn't exist. So he made, officially, the window casing for the outside of the 1916 section of the building. This is the old, this is the new. It's identical, minus 30 layers of paint and a bunch of rot from the last 148 years. But thank you so much. That, like, just knowing, don't even know what it cost yet, but just knowing that you can do it is,
yeah, we'll knock them out.
It's such a big deal. So we'll make this in bulk, we'll put it all up, we'll paint the ever-loving shit out of it, and it's gonna look great. So thank you, Raphael. And thank you also for being on our mixology. He's done a lot out here already, but it's been a lot of preparation. So you're gonna start seeing more of him as this goes on. And by the way, this isn't even his job. He has a really nice day job that's not this. So I appreciate him coming out and helping. And that happened this week. Cool. As we wrap up this week, it's weird to say we did so much work and there's not much to show for it, because the windows take so much time, and the bar and the trim and all that crap is just so time consuming. And it looks really good, but it's just not as intense as like, hey, we tore off this section of building and we lifted that part. So it's cool to me, but it may not be as dramatic as you might like to see on a video. There's no explosions this week, no equipment falling in the creek or anything cool like that. It's just a chill week of finishing the building. Last thing I wanted to point out was that we're putting this little lean-to bar up. As I think I've talked about plenty of times before, this is a storefront window from floor to ceiling. And I've got this bar here in this private event / overflow space for like standing room. When it's so slammed that the only place to put your drink down is right here, you can put your drink down. You can look in here and see the cellar and the distillation area and see everybody working. And I think I'm gonna spend a lot of time at this space, or I'll be down there and people will spend time looking at me down in that space. But I think this is really cool. I actually got these little brackets here on Etsy, and this is some hand scraped wood that Vladimir actually scraped this. So Vladimir, if you watch our videos, thank you for taking care of this wood. It's very hard to clean this up without messing it up, and he did a good job here. So we're gonna take this off, we're gonna chamfer the edge so it's not sharp and more comfortable, and then maybe, you know, we'll line this with bar stools, and then, you know, just kind of check out the rest of this space, because it'll be available for rent starting in around March or April of next year. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up everything here on another week of From Mill to Still. At the distillery, we did a boatload of bottling and a boatload of distillation, which was real fun in 96-degree heat. Hey man, people are buying rum, so we're making it. So thank you to everybody that buys our rum. And if you're looking for it, it's in your local liquor store. If you don't see it, just ask for it. And come out to the distillery. If you're around town or around North Carolina, Charlotte area, we're right there on the Catawba River. See our existing facility before we move into the next one. Cheers, thanks for watching.